You're a business owner, and like all business owners, we're all in the same business, the marketing. You're marketing whatever line of business you're in. So it doesn't matter if you're in the retail business, you're in a service type business, you're in a combination of the two, a realtor, consultant, accountant, plumber, and the list just goes on and on. Doesn't matter what line of business you're in, you're actually in the marketing business first. Because if you don't market your business, you're not going to be doing a lot of business. You have to market your business. So we're all in the marketing business. Some time back, it was a lot easier to do marketing because everybody had basically the same avenue to take. We had, the newspaper, magazines, neighborhood papers, yellow pages, radio, TV, the same old marketing and is what was so popular out there before. But today, a lot of those avenues are gone. Like the newspaper advertising, it's a waste of time almost to advertise in the paper. So there's just so much that has changed. And one thing that has made it change was the internet. Now, the internet is probably one of the most powerful marketing that has come along in years. As time has gone on and other people are starting to advertise through the internet, it makes it a little bit tougher to advertise. So you have to really be on top of your game. And generally, it's hiring a professional to do that. Like for our company, for instance, we have a .com business that we help people get ranked #1 in Google. We show them how to increase their, we have a webinar, 100 new customers in 100 days and stuff like that. But for most of the local businesses, that's probably a route you don't really need to take at this time. Now, if you on down the road, you may want to do that. But right now, that's the best way for you to actually find new customers and start going in with today's new marketing techniques. Now, the hottest marketing out there right now is mobile marketing. That can also be any kind of mobile device would be like a tablet or an iPad or something to that effect also. Now, mobile marketing has become so powerful today, and that's what we're going to touch on. I'm going to show you how powerful mobile marketing is, and I'm going to show you one way. I'm not going to show you all the different ways, because there's email and there's texting and stuff that can be done through mobile marketing, but those actually become a little bit more expensive as you get more into those, and you're hitting a certain type of clientele that you need to start building your list to have that happen for you. So we're going to look at something else with mobile marketing, which is really sweeping the nation. It's becoming the most popular. It's been around for about 4 years. Now it's just coming around to where it's affordable and available for the smaller business people. And then as a local marketer, you're going to find out this is going to be a fantastic way for you to market. It's also very inexpensive to do this. And you're going to be in touch with your customers almost like one-on-one. And I don't know if you've heard this though, but people their phones with them about 23 to 24 hours a day. They don't let it get more than 10, 12 feet from them. You use it as an alarm clock. And there's just so much. I use mine personally. I have an app on mine that I use for a flashlight. For when I turn the lights off at night, I kick on that flashlight. I don't have to go look for a flashlight. I don't have to worry about batteries. None of that. Your mobile phone is just becoming so powerful. About 70% of the people now, when they go onto the internet now, they do it through a mobile device. It's just getting more and more powerful in the near future. That's going to even change. And by 2014, they say that's going to be up to about 85%. People aren't going on the internet the way they used to. People are going on the internet through their mobile devices. And the smartphones, there's different ways you classify a smartphone. It can be a BlackBerry and all that, but it's mainly anything you can get on the internet with is considered a smartphone. So we're going to move on. I'm going to tell you what the most powerful marketing right now is, and that's with apps. And I'm going to get into that, and I'm just going to show you with apps. Now, we have developed some different types of apps that we use out there. Now, we're just like a lot of other people. We develop an individual business app for your business. But with that type of app, you have to do a lot of promoting for that. Yeah, I know it's, everybody tells you it's not that hard to get the clientele when people come in. You get them to download your app and et cetera like that. Your advertising, you make sure you put your app in there, your QR code. But still, it becomes a little bit tougher to get that app out, that individual app. But as you're working with a group, now we developed 2 new types of app. One is what we call a Plaza app. And I'm not going to get into the Plaza app right now. There's a way you can see the Plaza app. If you're that type of a business, you're in a shopping plaza and there's 10, 14, 15 different retail outlets in there with you, then a Plaza app would work for you. But this new app that I just developed that we're putting together right now, we're actually working on our first one. It's something that any business can get involved with, and it's great for your local business, and it's going to be fantastic. So we're going to get on that right now. Okay, I call it the neighborhood app. Now, just kind of let you know, your market has gone mobile. To compete, you'll need an app. Increase your web traffic, increase your foot traffic, increase your popularity, and most of all, increase your revenue. So here's a smartphone. And as you know, the sales of smartphones have gone up. There's about 75%. And then certain neighborhoods tend to have more of this type of a phone versus just having a regular feature phone. A feature phone is just one where you get on the phone, you can text and stuff like that. You know, the old phone. Generally, neighborhoods that have a combined income around $70,000 and people have college education. These are more the neighborhoods where people are tending to buy these smartphones. So most of the neighborhoods that we're doing our app business in, what we're developing apps for, are these type of neighborhood. So the majority of the people do have a smartphone type of device, or it could be one of the tablets, or a tablet, or a iPad, or something to that nature. Okay, now here's what our neighborhood app looks like. Now I just took this one off. You know, I took a picture of this one, and I don't have anything wrote on this one, but you know, this is what it would look like on somebody's phone, similar to this. And then I'm going to just bring you a closer view up. It's the Fawn Ridge is the name of the subdivision that we're building this app for. It's neighborhood services. So this is actually a neighborhood business app. Then at the bottom there are these tabs. These tabs are like tabs on a website. You know, you have your home tab, your about tab, and stuff like that. So that's basically what the tabs are. These are just like tabs that you'll find in a website. And then on those, when you tap on those, they'll open up, and then that's where you get your pages. So you have a numerous number of pages under each tab. Image itself, we can show 5 images on our apps. So this will actually slide over, and we actually show 5 different views of the neighborhood. Like we show there's a park, and then we show some going down some of the streets and stuff. All right, and then on the tabs, there's multiple tabs that can be here. Now, as we open this one up, you can see how we have just a home tab, a Fawn Ridge. The Fawn Ridge tab is going to have all the information on the neighborhood. I mean, there's pages after pages in there, and there's a lot of good information in there. And people who download this app are going to want that information because it pertains to their neighborhood. Also, we have an About tab that's just kind of like about our telling us about our business, and then from there on, it starts over, and these tabs will slide over to to the left. You just slide them over your finger just like you would the images. It goes into the different types of services. And now from there, I'm going to go back into looking at something else besides the app. I'm going to get back to this app after I show you another feature. Okay, now I want to show you how we kind of came up with this idea of developing this neighborhood app. Now, I live in Fawn Ridge, for instance, and then this is a newsletter. It's actually a newsletter, a newspaper. They call it a newsletter, but it's like a neighborhood newspaper, and they're back to back in these papers. Well, this one comes out and it's dated. This one's April and May of 2012, and it's a nice. This one's all black and white. Some neighborhoods they have color, but the ads cost a little bit more to do that. For this neighborhood, it's all just black and white. And when you see, as this comes out now, it comes out, say, the first part of April. Generally, the first week of April, these are all distributed through the mail to each homeowner in this neighborhood. So now, what also is advertised in the homeowner association puts ads in. Naturally, they pay for those, and then individual businesses will put ads in. So you can see as that center picture there, that's from the neighborhood association that they put in this neighborhood, and then they put other articles. Then the advertisers, they do their advertisement. Like you can see, there's Madeline's Pool Store, there's a Chuck Berry Handyman, there's a Sun Care Insurance, there's Smurmers, I guess that's how you say that. It's a lawn care business, and then there's other advertisers in here. The biggest problem with this type of advertising is, let me just kind of show you this. On the ad, that's that little tiny ad for Madeline's Pool Service and Chuck Berry, they pay, I believe those are $70 ad. Now this comes out the first of the month, and it's good for 2 months. The homeowner gets it once, and then you don't know if they see it, and what happens is that magazines that get thrown away right away or misplaced or whatever. And all I can do is go by what happens in my family, and I never see this thing anymore. I used to advertise in this little newspaper. I'm not saying this is a bad newspaper. I'm just saying it's this type of method is kind of passing up now. Other ways of advertising are probably a lot. Even though I'm not saying this neighborhood should fade away. I'm going to show how this neighborhood used with our neighborhood app, this neighborhood paper, can benefit each other, but actually it's going to really help us and help each one of the business owners. Okay, now one of my advertisers that's going into the neighborhood app had brought up a very good point. He said the only thing he doesn't like about the app is that what if the people don't have a smart mobile phone device or they don't download the app? And even if, for instance, this neighborhood has just under 700, we'll just round it off to 700. So if half the people in there had a smartphone, it means you're advertising half those people, the homeowners in there that have that app downloaded, and plus you're hitting them multiple times. times, not just hitting them once at the beginning of this 2-month period. Now, in each month, we're actually sending them notifications every week, and I'll explain how that works as we. Okay, so that actually made me think of, well, how can we target these other people who don't have the app download? Because that is a big concern of a lot of folks, and it is actually a concern of mine, but I really didn't know how to solve it until just now. So what I did, we kind of put together our own website that kind of works with the mobile app, with the neighborhood mobile app, and we call it the Neighborhood Apps Coupons, and this one is /FineRidge. Now the other one will be for other subdivisions. As we get other subdivisions, their name will be up. And so the way this works now, this is in progress, work in progress. We'll have this finished up as we put the app live. This will all be completed. Like on this page here, this is actually the blog page, which will always be the home page and it'll always be there. We're actually going to have a video on here that kind of explains how to use this website. And now when we market to the homeowners in this neighborhood, now we're going to have them market to them to download the app. And then the ones who don't have a way to download that app, or if they just prefer to use the internet type system on their desktop or laptop, they can download this app. And so it can be used either way. So now we're going to be able to target people who don't have the app also. We'll always be able to, these same advertisers can be hitting everybody. So this is going to be a great advantage. Images, so you can kind of see how this is going to work. And I'm not going to show you this site live. I'm just going to show it to you through some images and kind of do a little explain. Okay, when we go here, when somebody was to click on the FineRidge tab, it just pops up some information on FineRidge, in which we got off of a website. And then after that, we have some other tabs on there. And the next tab is the in-neighborhood services. We have a retail office business. It's actually retail /office. It's hard to see on this image. Businesses. And then we have other neighborhood. Now what it is, there are businesses who come into the neighborhood to do business. AC guys, lawn guys, pool guys, and you get the picture there. And then there are businesses outside the neighborhood that homeowners will go visit, like maybe a hair salon, restaurants, and auto repairs. So the list kind of goes on that way too. So we kind of categorize them in two different categories that way. And then each one of these businesses, instead of just announcing to people, hey, we do work in FineRidge and etc., they offer a coupon. They offer a discount every month. That's what we've kind of developed here, like a little coupon system, but it's actually going to drive business to their business, and because everybody wants to save. Nobody cares anymore about somebody's been in business the old advertising way. I've been in business for 25 years. We're at the same location stuff. People don't care about that anymore. People care about, what are you going to do for me? And that's the mentality that people have. And then also sharing on social media. Now, the way we develop this, people are going to be able to receive a discount, and they're going to want to do business with these businesses. All right, so as we move on, here it is. We've got the in-neighborhood services open, and you can kind of see as you go down, there's AC, carpet, garage door, lawn service, pest control, plumbing, pool construction, pool services, pressure washing, roofing, screen repair, and there'll be a few other categories added to that as time goes on. And we've already got some advertisers set up. You can see the first one is Madeline Pool Service, and then you can see Madeline's Pool Service coupons. So now let's just kind of look, and I just kind of popped this up. You see in that right-hand corner of that image I just put up there, that ad out of the FineRidge, you can see there's Madeline's Pool Service. So Madeline was really excited about this. She understood the concept, and she was excited. And actually, if you on that same page, the Sun Care Insurance, they did the same thing. They saw this, and they just think it's a wonderful setup, and for them to communicate with customers. And so they did the same thing. They signed up right away. And most people who I talk to pretty well understand this and understand the principle and how value it's going to work and how it's going to keep them constantly in front of these homeowners. They're all excited about it. Everybody I've talked to, just seems like this. Only one person had a problem, and that was didn't have the ability to download the app. And we kind of cure that problem by bringing in the website involved with it, with the app. So when you tap on Madeline's, this is just a page I took off of a website she had, which never gets seen on Google. But now it's going to be seen because it's in this app. And also it's in this website where people are going, the homeowner is going to open it up. We'll just go in here to find out some information on Madeline. Then on that last page where the coupon was, I kind of threw these together. It's just a demo page. You'll see where it says Madeline's Pool Store. And actually that's an image right there that we actually put on the app itself. And then when they tap on the app, it brings them to this page actually. And then there's some other stuff on there. You'll see an icon image down there on the bottom where it says Madeline Pool Service. And that's for, that's a link directly to her website also. And we'll change And the way it looks now is not the way it's actually going to look, and people will know, click on this image to go to the website, etc. But another thing that's really important about this, when you look at the bottom of this, now we're on the website. Down at the bottom of that website, you'll see we have some ways to share it socially. Also, the email. This person, if this is a homeowner, they could email it to a friend, email it to themselves, whatever. They can share it on Facebook, and that's what's going to happen. It's going to be shared on Facebook. It's going to be shared on. So that helps get this advertisement out. So it's a great way to advertise. Also, they need to print this out. Say the service provider wants somebody to bring a coupon in, they could actually do that here. They could just print it right here. Same thing on the mobile app. When it needs to be printed out, if somebody doesn't have a wireless type printer set up for their smartphone, they can just email the coupon right back to their email and then open it up and then print it there. So it makes it really convenient to get these coupons. Then also you can see on there it's got a like button on here to like it on Facebook. Okay, now we're going to move down. We're going to kind of go back to the neighborhood app. Now these two pieces go together. The app and the website are combined together. So here you can kind of see I'm kind of moving the page over where the image, so you can see how there's an image behind it. Actually, that's an image of, there's a little lake there. It's got a fountain in, and then we just show 5 different pictures. And then you can also see in the tabs underneath it how the tabs underneath have where it's going into the different companies. Like there's the pool service, which is where Madeline was located. There's a pool store, and etc. Okay, now we're going to just kind of go with Madeline's because she was actually the first person to sign up, saw this. So you can see here where once that tab gets tapped, then it opens up, and you can see here it's got Madeline's pool service. Then also we got room to put other pool services. Now certain services we're only going to, especially because of the size of the neighborhood, it's only just under 700 houses in this subdivision. We don't want to go put, we're not going to put 10, 15 different types of pool service business in here in this app. We're only going to probably carry just 3 on a neighborhood this size. So now when they go into this page, they'll see, say in this case, say if there was 3 companies, they would see all 3 companies. So they would choose the one they want. And one of them may be one they're already doing business with, so now they got a way that they can just easily contact that company. So when you hit on the tab that says View Madeline's Pool Service, it comes up like this. Now we see all the tabs that are or pages that are in Madeline's area. So when you click on Madeline's Pool Service, it's going to open up like this page here. And now this page goes down a little bit. You can strum it up. Now this is a page that just stays like that. But you can see, we don't do anything to that page. There's really no need to once it's up and running. Unless she wants to change it down the road. And then if she does that, then after they're set up and she wants to make a change, say 6 months or a year from now, maybe she wants to do it a little different look to it. That's fine. We can do that. Naturally, there'd be a small charge to do that. But here's a great feature on this. It's just one tap calling. That number pops up. Now people can just tap on it right there, and then their phone pad's going to pop up with the number in it, and it's going to call Madeline's right away. Same thing with email. Now there's not an email address here, but there was. And a lot of times we just put an email button up there where you want to email. We don't even put the email there. You just tap on it, and it will send. Set up the email system. Okay, the next tab down was about Madeline. So you can kind of see here, we just popped that up. One touch calling, and then there's all this information about Madeline's Pool Store that we put in here. And this is a page that really doesn't get touched anymore either. Small charges to do that. But actually, once these are set up, you don't really have to change the first 3 pages. The 4th page is one that we actually do the changes. And then once again on this, where you're reading about Madeline's Pool Service was established in 1993, and it goes on from there. That's actually when you expand that, you can either expand it with your fingers, or on my phone. I don't know if everybody else's phone is going to be the same way. On my phone, I can actually hit a little plus or minus to zoom in, zoom out, and it keeps everything right in the margin. So as the words get bigger, where it's easier to see, it stays within the margin. Okay, now when you go down here, Madeline's introduction video. Now Madeline actually had a video that somebody, I think she did an ad with I don't know, some phone company, Yellow Book or somebody like that, and they made her an ad, and she spent a lot of money on that, and she didn't even remember this video. So I took this video and I actually made it her own. I kind of covered up the stuff that it's a YouTube video. I covered up the stuff that had the advertiser on it and put her name on there, which says, you can see down there, there's a little call-up thing. It says Madeline's Pool Service. Then when it gets to the end of the video, at the end it had advertising for the manufacturer of this video, and I took all that out and just made it all so it's all Madeline. But this is a great way for advertisers to get their message over to the clientele, to the homeowner. Homeowners love this, because now they feel like they kind of know you a little bit. And I always suggest that people, when they do these little videos, actually just, you don't have to get a real expensive, go pay a lot of money to have this done. You just do it yourself and download the YouTube. People like that. For instance, in this case, if she had somebody working in on the counter besides herself, but in this case it's Madeline. So when people see Madeline, they kind of know her already. So, and if it's somebody else working in there, they would kind of see that person. Also, these are great ways to introduce your employees to people. There could be another tab on here. We can have that permanent tab that introduces the employee. Say there's a pool service guy and it pops up and he tells all the information of that pool service guy. And those can be done pretty quick. And people kind of feel like they know the person now when they come to their house, or if they go into the retail store, they kind of know that person. Also with this one tap, she can be sharing all her stuff on Facebook. Now, you have to realize this is the homeowner. In this case, this would be their phone. So when they tap on Facebook, they would go to Madeline's Facebook, and then they can see all the stuff on Madeline's Facebook. And then I kind of skipped a lot of the stuff in the beginning. There's a home tab, and that home tab is also where the homeowner would share this on Facebook, on their Facebook and Twitter and etc. I left a lot of those features out. I'm trying to make this video a little bit quicker. There's a lot of information to cover here. So let's just go to the next page. The next page is the main page of the whole thing. Now, this is a page that gets changed every month. We call this app special, and then you can put different names on it you want. In this case, now it says tap on coupon. So you remember seeing that in the website, probably. That I mentioned this to you earlier. This is the page that's on the website. So when people tap on this, what's to do? Now I'm going to give you an image of. I took this from my phone, so it shows up. This is what it looks like. Now, here's the bottom of that page. I have a mobilized website. So now when people tap on that to get the coupons, all the coupons are up above where the image is from Madeline's pool store. So people can actually take that and also share it on Facebook and Twitter. They can email it to a friend. And then if they have a wireless type of setup on their smartphone, they can print it. But if they don't, they can actually just email it right to their email and then go on their own computer and print it out. But here's the best part about it. My suggestion to the service providers, in this case, you can have all these coupons on here. Now, somebody doesn't have to go cut them out or anything else. Generally what we use is what is known as a QR coupon with a QR scanner, but that's generally set up on an individual type of app. It's almost impossible to do it when you have multiple companies using the same system. So in this case, somebody could just go in the store and just actually show them the app on their phone and show them the coupon. This is what I want. And then if someone needs a coupon for their own purpose, like you want one to put in your register or however you do your coupons, if you don't have the special key for it and stuff, if you want that coupon, you can actually print these coupons out ahead of time because you have the same information, and you could go ahead and cut the coupon out, and then when somebody came in, they bought a jug of chlorine that had a discount, or a pool sweep or whatever that had a big discount on it, they would just turn around and just pull that coupon out from behind the counter, and then that would go in the register. And another thing that could be done with it, which I would always suggest people do, on the back of it, you can actually put the client's, the customer's name. You can actually put a stamp on there where they can fill it out, or just have them write it on there where it's got their name, it's got their email address. Try to capture their phone number, especially a cell phone if you can, because you're going to want to build your list, and that's a great way to start building your list so you can continue to advertise to these people. So this is what's great about this. People don't even have to cut out coupons. They don't have to carry around. They just got them on their phone, pop on the app, and pull it up. There it is. So it's a great way to advertise and a great way to use these coupons. And then people will be sharing it. Say Debbie, the homeowner that lives in Fawn Ridge, she finds a pool sweep on here at a great price. She might email it to one of her friends that's in a different neighborhood. And Madeline's not going to care that somebody came from a different neighborhood and came in to buy that pool sweep. So it's going to help. Plus, she'll share it on Facebook and all that. And then as other neighborhoods come into play in this scenario, it's just going to expand out there so quick. So it's a great way to do business. Okay, now another great feature on there is the push notification. Now this is how we keep in touch with the homeowner in this case. So in other words, when that newspaper ad went out, that newsletter, they got hit the first of the month, and one time it came in the mail. So you don't know what happens with it. But here with the push notification, we can send out a push notification to let people know a new month's here, and that's what this one says, and I kind of wrote the month instead of new on there twice. It says, Fawn Ridge neighbors, a new month is here, so be sure to visit the neighborhood app to see all the saving offers available. And that's just a way that now people will get this push notification on their phone, and the stats on this is just like a text message. Just like when you get a text message, 97 to 98% of the people open up. They'll view this push notification, especially because it's all about the neighborhood. Also, with where you saw where we had the tab for Fawn Ridge. We put a lot of information there that's going to want people to open up. Instead of like on that newspaper, everybody gets it at one time. Now every week we'll be able to send out an article that the homeowner association wants to get out there. So it's fresh content, and then people will want to open it up and check it out, which is going to just continue the brand new. They're going to open it up, get used to open it up, used to seeing that icon, and they're going to stroll through there and see your business. And then if they're looking for a different type of business, they'll come across your business because they'll come across the tab that may have your business in it while they're looking for another business. And they'll explore who's in here, and they'll check things out. So that's a great way, and we'll do this several times a month, just with the letting people know the app's out there and letting people know that about the Fawn Ridge and certain things that happens in there. And then we also, I don't know if I put a tab on here. I'll come back to this next article I want, or this next thing I want to talk about. If I don't see it on here, I may not have put it in this presentation. So here's another, like I was talking about all these tabs now, when that comes out about all the new services out there, all the new coupons for the month, people will go here and start looking and see who's got, what kind of coupon they got, what kind of discount they're offering this month. So it's really a great way to get people to look inside the app and at the certain businesses, your business. Okay, here's another one I sent out, and actually I didn't keep the message, but you can see it down there in the history, how we keep it in the history. This one is just an important message to the Fawn Ridge homeowners on the HOA Association. Go to the Fawn Ridge tab for details. And now that's a great little attention catcher, which is going to, like, say if there was a street that had, and coming in the Fawn Ridge, for instance, it's only one way in, one way out, so it's a 2-lane road. What if they're doing some road work and one lane's going to be shut down? Here's a great way they can put that notice out there. And then there's other types of notices that can be put out. Just like this, we have a garage sale once a year. That could be on here. We have something that happens at the park once a year. They have a festival down at the park once a year. That's another way. Holidays come. Certain things that happens. It can all be mentioned right through this push notification. And most of it's going to come from the homeowner association and the property management company. They'll send that to us, and we'll put that message out there. But there's other things we can do. A new business gets listed. Say in the pool service, and we only had Manlin, then all of a sudden we get another pool service in there. We can send that out, push notification. Does that hurt Manlin? No, because now people are going to open that tab and actually see her tab and go look in there. And then it's going to help the new business when they come in. Okay, and so here you can see right here, while I was talking about Fawn Ridge, you can see how we have that tab there. They'd open it up and see that information. Then same thing with all the businesses. Another tab here, I'm just kind of showing this one. This is just showing you those messages. Here it is. We sent those push messages out. You can see there's a tab there that says your messages, and so that's where they're stored. So if they don't catch them right away, if they're that 2 or 3% that don't open up that push notification, if somebody's driving, they're at work or whatever the case is, they may not open it up, but they can go right here and see that. And this is what it looks like on their phone. You can see the first one there where we're talking about the new apps coming out or the new coupons coming out. It's a new month. You see the other one there we wrote about the homeowner association putting a message out. So this is stored on their phone, actually, on their smartphone. It's right there in that tab. Then also the Facebook and the Twitter and all that. That's actually for our business on the tabs there, but each business can actually have their own Facebook, Twitter, whatever social media they want. It'll be right there on one of their pages within the tab. Like on Madeline's, you saw how the Facebook was there. Okay, now getting down here. Okay, now I did want to show you this. I guess I kept it on here just to show you. There's where I was talking about the QR coupons and the QR scanner. Now this works out really good, but it won't work in a neighborhood app where several people are sharing the app. That generally works on a individual business app, and when it comes time for you to get an individual business app, you'll have some clientele already established, and that's what's good about getting your own business app at that time, because you have some more clientele. You have people who would want to just download your app also, as well as the neighborhood app. But our deal is, through this neighborhood app, you're going to build up your clientele first, and then you'll get that individual app out there. If you're in 2, 3, 4, or 5, however many neighborhoods you want to get involved in, once you start getting out there, then you'll get an individual app, and you can work that a little different. I'll just do a quick little run through. I'll use Madeline as an example. Madeline has a punch card that she uses for liquid chlorine. People come in, they buy 8, and they get the 9th one free. They got to click this little piece of paper she has, and sometimes she got the old Florida hanging Chad thing there. there. And matter of fact, I was in her office the other day, and somebody came in the retail store, and they couldn't tell which tabs were punched and which ones were, because it's just not a very good system. And also, I use the same thing with where I get my hair cut. We buy 8 haircuts and get the 9th free. Sometimes I'll leave my wallet at home, so I won't have that with me, or I may leave it in the car and don't want to go out there and get it, and then come back in and get it signed off. And I've lost the card over a period of time. One time I kept it in my glove box, and somehow it just disappears. With this QR code system, there would be a QR coupon in there that has to be unlocked 8 times. It has to be swiped. And they would have the QR code behind their counter, and every time I got a haircut or somebody bought a jug of chlorine, they would just swipe it, and it would unlock it one time. Then after the 8th time, then it's time to redeem that coupon. So I would get a free haircut, and they would get a free jug of chlorine. Okay, and then the other thing on here, you'll see this 24-hour alert, and we put this all the way at the very end. And the reason we do that, we want people to strum through all the tabs to get to this 24-hour alert. What on this alert, it's just going to pop up, and this isn't for big emergencies. This is for small emergency, like one thing would be if somebody broke in the house and stuff like that, and that kind of information gets reported. People should know that's happening out there. To give a prime example, where I live, right down the street from me, just around the curb part of it, 5 houses got broken last year. And people found out about when kids came home from school, and they started going in the house, and they see that the houses were robbed. And there's like 5 of them right there all together, 3 on one side and 2 across the street. So it's really terrible, being in a nice neighborhood and that happens. But here's an alert to kind of let people know. And then if the alert gets to us in time, we can actually, somebody saw somebody messing around in a car and they report it to us, we can actually get it out there pretty quick. And generally that's done through the property management and the homeowner association. So it's not really done through the neighbors. The neighbors would contact the homeowner association. They have a line that people can call, I believe, 24 hours. And also there's ways that they can get in touch with the 24-hour, with the homeowners association and report that stuff. We're going to work a little bit closer on that and see if we can actually make some really good changes with that. And that's just to let people know what's going on in the neighborhood. And what it also does, not only do people have to thumb through all the way to see what that message is, and actually it's going to come as a push notification, so they'll know something's happening. Then they'll be directed to go to that tab. They'll go to the end, so they'll kind of see all the different businesses or categories as they're going to the end. I guess what I'm trying to say, they're just going to have a way that they'll see that message, what's happening in more in detail. Okay, now we're going to move on. We're going to go back now to the website part of it. Now this is for all the people who don't have the app downloaded. So now when they're in there, they'll see these retail office businesses, and the people who have it on their phone, actually this is part of that also. That this is within, these are other categories that are already on the phone, on the smartphone, over the device some type, like auto repairs, dental, hair, salon, insurance, legal services, medical, plant nursery, realtors, restaurants, swimming pool, store. And there'll be some more categories as we talk with different advertisers that want to get involved in that. And all this is doing is just bringing savings to every homeowner here. So naturally, they're going to want to open this and see what kind of savings they get. They'll want to do business with these businesses because they're giving them a discount. Okay, now you'll see here we have swimming pool store. We have Madeline's Pool Store again. Madeline's Pool Store coupons. We had Madeline in the pool service. Madeline saw this and said, "I want to be in both categories." So Madeline she paid her entry fee setup fee for both of those. And she and also there's a small monthly fee that she pays that keeps it, which is mainly for this coupon page because we add the new coupons every month. And so now she's in here twice, which is great. And then if you look up, you'll see Plant Nursery in that tab. And there's another thing that will really work out the Madeline's advantage is because where she's located in a place where there's a nursery, and she rents a building inside there. It would benefit her the same as it would benefit that Plant Nursery if they got involved with this neighborhood app, because now there's 4 ways they can get hit, because he also does outside service. He also has his where people go to his yard and buy plants and mulch and stuff like that. So actually between the 2 of them, they could have 4 tabs on here that's 4 chances of somebody's going to open up that their business and look at it. Okay, so once again, as you get through here, the coupons would come up and all that. Then as you get to the last tab we have on here on the website, we have other neighborhoods. And right now we just have West Jokes on there. And that's probably going to be our next neighborhood that we go into. But you can see here how people share it and all that stuff. And there's a lot of details missing from the website right now, just like the app, because they're in the process of being built. Now we hope by the end of May that we have all our advertisers in at least 1 in each category is what we're shooting for. And have enough people in there so we can get this app out and get it live. And then when we go to get the app app live, it takes a little bit more time to go through the marketplace to get the app live out there. Then once it's live, this thing's going to go crazy. Now, here it is. How do people know about this? First of all, as a business, if somebody's advertising, they want to make sure they put this information out there. Now, let me just go to the next slide. Here's one way we do it. Now, this would be like a postcard. You have the two-sided postcard. And we'll probably use a different type of postcard. It'd be a little bit fancier, most likely. But we can just send a postcard out so every homeowner is going to get it. Now, the ones who have a smartphone or mobile devices, some type of tablet or an iPad, they can actually download this app right there, onto their phone. And that's what we want people to do. We want people to download this to their phone if they have it. And the reason we do all the stuff we do with the FondRidge, the reason FondRidge is going to want to, the homeowner association would want to be in here because we're doing it all free for them. This is great for them. They don't have to pay for this like they do in the newsletter. And also, we just kind of put it out here so now the people who have the smartphone, they can just scan it and download it right their phone, or there'll be a URL that they can actually go that route if they want to. Then also for the homeowners without a mobile device, they'll be able to just download this right to their desktop or their laptop or whatever the case is, and they'll have it right there. And so this will be on their desktops and their computers, and they'll be able to open this and stuff. And we're going to have it we're probably going to make it to where they subscribe or have the opportunity to subscribe, and then they'll be hit every time something happens. They'll be hit with an email, just like people with the app will be hit the push notification. So we're really concerned because a lot of our advertisers were concerned about the people who didn't have a way to download the app. How's this advertisement going to get to them? Pretty well hit the ones that have the app downloaded through the push notification. That's the biggest part of an app is the push notification. We're going to get that information out to them with no problem through push notification. But now we can do it the same thing with people who don't have that. And then once a month, especially in the beginning, we'll probably send out something like this. And then there's other ways we'll get this out. When the app first is ready to go out, right before it's ready to go out, we'll probably do a flyer. And then after that, we'll do, as the app comes live and it's available, then we'll do another flyer on top of the postcard, and that's going to let homeowners know to download this. Okay, so how can you, a business owner, be a part of this new and exciting marketing technique? First, we want you to fully understand the power and how the system works, so we strongly suggest you take the time to review this video. We will need to make sure that you place the app QR code into your other marketing, print ads, websites, invoices, emails, business cards, whatever, and just any other type of advertising that you do. If you're advertising in any neighborhood newsletter like the I Care Publishing, which is the FondRidge, which I just showed you, please continue, but make sure the app QR code and website URL are included. And that's how you're going to help get this app out there. You're going to continue. We're not saying don't advertise in these little newspapers. Actually, we're saying you could probably reduce your advertising down to the small size, and there'll be more people in there. So technically, it's not going to hurt their business because we don't want it to stop their business. We want, that's a great little place to get this QR code out there because there's a lot of people who are used to that paper coming. And even though I don't necessarily view it all the time and I don't know what happened to it, I'm sure there's a lot of people that do. So it's going to help get that QR code and website out there so every homeowner will have the use of this. You may save money by reducing the size of those ads because by directing homeowners to download the app or opening the URL, they receive all the info in those pieces. So you don't have to put a lot of information about your business. Now, we do this, we do that. Okay, if you're an advertiser in the neighborhood apps, we recommend running at least an 1/8 page ad in those newsletters, which will not only give you immediate branding, but will also continue directing homeowners to download the app and or website. So, that's what we want. We want people to, it's going to take a while for a lot of people to get this downloaded, but people want to know about their neighborhoods. They want to know what's going on. People want to save money, so it's a great combination. How can you get into the neighborhood app and what does it cost? Well, first you can contact us by phone. Now, this is a Google voice number that I use, and I generally use it just for texting, receiving text messages, and also for receiving voicemail because right now it's hard to answer the phone. We're really small right now. We're just growing. We're doing the individual business apps, the Plaza apps is something new that we started, and also the neighborhood app. So if you don't get us to answer the phone, don't be discouraged. Just leave us a voicemail. So if no answer, leave the voicemail. And then also you may send us a text to that number and leave your contact information. Now, one thing I noticed with Google Voice, sometimes when I get a text, the person on the other end that sent the text may get a thing that says they didn't send, that the text wasn't sent, but they are sent. and I don't know why it pops up like that. We do get the text message. Also, you can contact us by email, neighborhoodapps@gmail.com. Cost to advertise in the neighborhood app is very reasonable. There's a setup cost, includes the following: setting up the business within the tab that best describes your business category. Like if you're lawn service, you're going to be in lawn service, pool service, pool service, pool store, so you can get the idea there. Setting up your business in the neighborhood website of the individual neighborhood. So you're actually getting put into a neighborhood website that it's going to get a lot of hits. It's going to be ranked high. It's going to have a lot of backlinks. It's going to have your links coming in there. It's going to have other people's links coming in. So this website, I don't know how much you know about the internet and getting ranked high and stuff nowadays, but it's, backlinks is a big part of it. So now we're going to have all these businesses with backlinks coming into this website, and vice versa. You'll put this information on your website. You'll put QR codes. You'll put these other business. You'll put this URL to this neighborhood app on your website. So, but there's going to be backlinks coming back and forth, and this website is going to get ranked real fast up high in the Google search engine. Okay, another thing, marketing in the neighborhood to promote the app and coupon website. So that's what we want you to do. Make sure when you advertise, all you advertising, you put this app in there. And then if you get into another website or neighborhood with us, make sure you put that in there. Okay, the setup cost is just $250. It costs setting up the website, setting up the app, your business in the app. Also, there's a lot more involved there. We have to advertise this app to get it out there. I was telling you, like the individual app, if you don't advertise to get it out there, nobody's going to download it. We want people to download it. People in the neighborhood are going to download it because this is their neighborhood. This is app about them. Also the website, they're going to download it. But we have to advertise and make sure they know to do that. Okay, there's also a monthly maintenance cost, which I've told you about, including the following. Hosting of the app. We have to pay a hosting fee for this every month. Also, there's a once a month changes to the monthly special coupons sections in the app and the website. So we're actually changing those in both areas. We're going in there, make those changes each and every month. So that takes a little bit of time to do that. And the monthly cost is just $29.95. It's a very reasonable rate. You can advertise in that little paper for $29.95 a month. So and this is going to get you more hits. This is going to get more people looking at your business. We're going to send out push notification. People are going to be interested and want to open up the push notifications about their neighborhood. It's about services and etc. So people are going to, the 24-hour alert. There's so many reasons why people will be opening it. So, and we have to be careful with those push notifications. We don't want to become like a spammer with that. Even though it's not considered spam because people agree to download the system, they give the okay to go ahead and do that. There's no spamming, but the worst thing we could do is make somebody upset where they don't want to keep receiving these messages, so they'll just take the app off their phone. We don't want that. As long as that app is downloaded on their phone, it doesn't have to be, they'll receive the push notification. So we have to be careful when we send these out, and we have to be respectful. And the other thing is, people want to know about their neighborhoods, so they're going to be opening them, and they're going to love it at the beginning of each month when they get that new thing that comes out and says, visit all the providers out there of services, because you're going to save some money. They love that. And once again, they love their own neighborhood information. It could be a letter from the president. We can do stuff like that. There's so many things. And we have a lot of other ideas that we're going to come up with that people will want to download this and also be open it up and use the businesses within the website and the app. So rates are subject to change in other neighborhoods. This is just a trial in this neighborhood. But our main goal, once we get it out there, our goal is to keep the rates the same. So our next neighborhood that we're looking into is West Chase, and when we get in there now, West Chase has about 3,500 homes in there, so it's a little bit different. So if we only have a few advertisers, then the rates could go up a little bit more, because our biggest expense is getting the app out there into the homeowners, into their phone, I guess you can say, and on their computer with the website. So we have to market that. So, but we don't feel we're going to have a problem with marketing. We're actually probably a good majority of the people that are in this one, because West Chase is just right down the street, will advertise in that one also. And then in a neighborhood that size, we can actually bring in more advertisers, which helps, because there's 3,500 houses. If there's a lawn crew in there, they can only do so many houses. So, and they've already got some existing business. But this is a great way people want to grow their business, great way to advertise, great way to have a relationship, video with people now. And we're not going to leave you just out there strung, not know what to do. There'll be some videos we'll make up. We're going to guide you through how you need to market in here. And videos is something that we want to teach you how to do. Real simple to do. If you got a smartphone, you can do it right off your smartphone. You got a little camera, you can do all that. They don't have to be perfect. That's the beauty about YouTube. You don't have to do it. People understand. They actually like the little homemade type of movie. They're going to be short and quick, but they're so powerful. So I want to thank you for watching this, and get in touch with us, and let's get you out there in these neighborhoods. And thank you very much.